Hi guys, Demon Ferret here, and Happy New Year everyone. With the new year, I want to talk about something that I find a bit relevant, and something that people don't typically talk about, and that is latex. And before you people with your perverted minds start forming ideas, stop. This isn't that kind of topic. We're talking about latex in terms of fursuit making, like paw pads and noses, stuff like that. So why are we talking about this? Well, with each coming year, there are hundreds of new people who come to this fandom. Many of them want to get into crafting, whether it be fursuit making, or perhaps doing what Dream Vision Creation does, making parts for fursuits instead of fursuits themselves. And many of them start out by using latex as their rubbers. I understand why. It's cheap, it's easy to get, and the molds are easy to make for latex. But there's a problem. You should not be using latex, especially for something like fursuit making. Why? Simply enough, allergies. Now, yes, there are people who are allergic to silicones as well. There are also people who are allergic to certain resin plastics that people use. But the people who are allergic to the synthetic silicones and resin plastics are a huge minority. And if we were to tell everyone who's allergic to everything, we wouldn't be allowed to use anything ever. Here's a theoretical example. You have a fursuiter who has a latex nose, okay? And they're walking down the street, and they interact with a child. And the child touches that fursuiter's nose. The child breaks out in hives, or even worse. The parents have to take their kid to the hospital now, and it's your fault. And that's it. Really, this argument shouldn't have to be longer than that. You can put people in the hospital unintentionally, and you don't know who it's going to be. And many times they don't know who it's going to be. I'm one of these people, by the way. I have a latex allergy. I did not know until I was a teenager that I had a latex allergy. And I found out because of Band-Aids. I did not realize that my redness from Band-Aids was from an allergy and not because I just ripped off a Band-Aid. But a few weeks ago during finals, I had to throw caution to the wind and put on some latex gloves to protect myself from harsher chemicals. I had to go home. The reaction was one of the worst I ever had. Allergies usually get worse as someone gets older, but they can be extremely bad even when you're young. And a lot of times, especially with latex, you don't know until you're older. Many people don't know they have a latex allergy until they reach sexual maturity for obvious reasons. So a lot of parents don't know their child has a latex allergy. Most doctors now use nitrile gloves so that discovery is never made. You do not want to be the one responsible for that parent discovering their child has a latex allergy. You need to be careful. And to fursuit makers, both new and experienced, latex needs to be phased out of the industry. It's really important. And no one talks about this. We could kill people, and no one talks about this. And for anyone who's new coming into the fandom, yes, latex is appealing. Like I said, It's cheap, it's easy to get, and the molds are easy to make. Alternatively, latex is good for making molds too. It's cheap, it's easy to get, but even if you use latex for a plastic mold, that latex residue is going to be on that plastic, which for those who are sensitive can still cause a reaction, which is something that happens to me. So I've experienced this. I can testify to this. If someone touches a bottle with a latex glove, and then I grab that bottle, my hand will start to burn. Just burn. It sucks. So basically, I have to live in a latex-free zone, which is not that hard to do in today's society anymore. We have so many alternatives out there. We have vinyl, we have nitrile, and for fursuit makers, we have silicone. We have all kinds of silicone. All kinds. You just need to find the one that's right for you. We also have resin for other things that may not need to be soft. There are other materials you can use besides latex. Don't let the fact that it's cheaper and easier to acquire seduce you. Think about the health of your customers, because that's more important. And think about the health of the people that your customers will interact with, because that's more important. It's more important to make a good looking product and not getting sued. So, for all of you coming in, yes, it's a little bit more money, but you're going to get a lot more out of it. And keep on creating. Don't let this discourage you. Just let this be a warning to you that there are people out there who will get hurt if you make the wrong choices. That anything can be dangerous. So let's all hope to 2018 being, at the very least, a better year than the ones we've been having. And let's make that just a little bit better by keeping people just a little bit safer. Alright? I'll see you guys next year. Bye!